think we're live. We're not live. Let's see. Are we live?
Yes.
Yes. We are live, so Sawadee-ka! Welcome to the Thai hand massage class, the Thai hand method. And today is week 2, no?
Week 2.
Of 52 weeks of massage. Well, that's what we're going
Let's
to challenge.
Right?
Yes. So if you're ready, we are. So let's start.
Let's
you go
do
first?
It. Yep.
Okay. So have you done this before? That's great. If you didn't do it, don't worry. One lie down and the other one is going to massage, and then we switch.
So we will start being on the knees between the feet, and then we do the white crew, the moment now in which we're going to heal someone. Warm up your hands, your heart. And then we start with palm press together on the feet. So we start at the joint on the feet, and then we push forward, rocking the feet. Then we get to the middle of the arch and we do the same. We do a palm press, rocking the feet forward. Then we do at the joint of the big toe. We get back to the middle, and then we get to below the joint. Now we do the same one by one, walking the 3 steps of the feet all the way out, 3 steps to the joint of the big toe, and then we get back in. So we want to rotate the feet all the way forward, and then when you reach on the feet, we want to keep the rhythm walking on the tissue. Now this time with the side of the hand, you press to the heel of the feet, and then we do a walking, pressing on the calf muscle beside the tibia. So you want to apply the pressure down, hard pressure to the calf, going up until below the knee joint. At the knee joint, we never press patella. We want to give pressure with the fingertip to the tissue around the knee joint. And under the pressure, only on the fingertip, we do circles under the pressure many times. Then we go up and we use the palms to do the pressure down to quadriceps. At 3 fingers above the knee, we start and we go up 3 steps, going to the top of the leg. And then we reverse all the steps going down to the starting point. So we reverse 2 steps going down. We get with the fingertip pressing to the tissue around patella, and then we get down with the side of the hand on the calf muscle beside the tibia. We never press the bones of the body, so we do the pressing to the tissue beside the bones, and then we get to the heel, and from the heel we do again the palm press walking, 3 steps, rocking the feet forward all the way out to the joint of the big toe. And then we get back to the joint of the feet. Now we want to use the ball of the thumb to press to the tissue of the sole. So we want to place the fingers on the top of the foot to support, and the thumb apply the pressure to the sole, and under the pressure to this tissue of the sole, we want to rock the feet forward. So we can go all along this area of the sole, pressure to the center line of the sole, and then we can also apply pressure to this tissue of the arch, the muscle of the arch. And then after we do like 7, 8 times, we want to now walk again the 3 steps of the feet out to the joint of the big toe. And then we get 2 steps in to the starting point. Then we get the feet up. The top of the foot is looking up the ceiling. Hand is on the top of the foot near the joint, and then we press down to stretch, not too hard. So we can do soft, let's say, not too soft. Then we reduce the tension after 5 seconds. Now we get up to the top middle of the foot and we press down, medium pressure, and we hold 5 seconds. And then we reduce the tension on the feet. Then we get to the toes, and in here we do hard. We push down hard and we hold 5 seconds. Then we get back to the middle top of the foot, and in here we do medium pressure, not too hard. And then we get back to 1 near the joint, and then we push down 5 seconds, not too hard. Then we get again, we open the feet and we do the palm press walking, rocking on the 3 steps of the feet out to the joint of the big toe, and then we get in, back to the joint of the feet. Now we want to work at one leg at a time. So we get the right hand side leg and we bend into this 45-degree. Foot is at the level of the knee, touching on the side of the knee. And we move ourselves on front of the knee. So we get hands in this position, butterfly, and we want to press, pushing down the upper leg to the mat. First pushing down is at 3 or 4 fingers above the knee, and we hold 5 seconds. Then we get to the middle, and we press down, and we hold 5 seconds. Then we get to the top of the leg. Then we get back to 2, to the middle. And then we repeat 1 on the starting point. Now we get here, back to the center, and we open the leg into 90 degrees. So we open the leg into a kind of L position. We get here on the back, sitting between the legs. We can hold the straight leg down to the mat with one of your legs on the top, hand on the foot, and this outside foot from behind the knee, we can push the knee down to the mat and up to the shoulder. So we push and we lock leg straight and we hold hard 5 seconds. And then we reduce the tension on the leg. Then the second time we can go even forward a bit and we can push slowly and deep, and we hold this movement 5 seconds, and then we reduce the tension. And then we can go a bit even forward to the third, and then we push down the knee to the mat and up the knee to the chest, to the shoulder. And then we hold 5 seconds. This hanging here, don't pull. And now we reduce the tension on the leg. We still leave leg into 90 and we sit a bit behind. So now the foot that was pushing gets below and it stays there supporting. And now the inside foot apply pressure to the tissue that we just stretched. So we want to apply pressure first at tendons that cross the joint of the knee. And we do 5 second hard pressure in. Then we get to the middle, slowly, you press in, and you hold pressure with leg straight, 5 seconds. Then we get to the top of the leg, we apply pressure in, we hold, then we get back to 2, we press in and hold, and then we get finally to 1, we press and we hold pressure, deep pressure 5 seconds. Then we get the feet on this area of the hamstring and we walk joint to joint, tendon to tendon in this tissue of the hamstring, up and down. Then we leave foot on the mat and we get up into this position like on your knees. So my knees lock on the top of the foot of my partner. I interlock fingers and now we apply pressure with the heel of the hand 3 or 4 fingers above the knee. We want to apply pressure in to the center tissue inside and outside the upper leg, and under the pressure we do a big circle. Then we get to the middle, we apply pressure in, and under the pressure we need to do a circle to reorganize better on this tissue, between tissue. And then we do the same at the top of the leg. We first apply the pressure in and then a circle. Back to 2, pressure in and a circle, and then 1, 3 or 4 fingers above the knee, we give pressure in, and then we do a circle. So now we're going to apply the pressure with the thumbs, still fingers interlock, and now the pressure level is a bit below the center, so a bit below the level of the bone, and now we apply pressure in, and we hold 5 seconds, then we get to the middle of the leg, we apply pressure in, then we get to the top of the leg, back to the middle, and then we finally go to the starting point, 3 or 4 fingers above the knee, and we give pressure in. Then we do circles to relax. Now we can use the tip of the fingers on the center line of the calf behind, and starting at the head of the calf, we want to hook the center line and we want to pull slowly the leg backwards to stretch everything 5 seconds. Then we get to the middle, we hook from the center line of the calf and we pull back to stretch everywhere along the leg tissue. Then we get to above the Achilles tendon, the same, we hook center line and we pull back. Then we get back to the center, we hook and pull, and then we get up to the top of the calf, we hook and we pull. Now we want to interlock fingers and we want to compress the tissue with the heel of the hand, and under the pressure to the tissue we push out of the bone forward. So we get to the head of the calf, we press in and we push forward. I go to the middle, press in and push forward. Then I go to the Achilles tendon, press in and forward, back to the middle, and then position 1 on the head of the calf, we compress in and then we push forward, then we relax. Now we use the outside hand cup to the knee to push the knee forward, and we need to go up into half knee. So my foot of the half knee is touching the side of the back, her foot is at my groin, hand is at the knee, the inside hand gets on quadricep to lock leg 10%, pressure to the top of quadricep to lock, 90% we push with the groin on the foot, the knee to the center chest, and then we reduce after 5 seconds. Then we go again, we push the knee to the center chest and we hold 5 seconds, deep pushing from the groin to the foot, and then we go again, we push the foot and then knee to the center chest, 5 seconds. After 3 times we get the hand of the knee to the hamstrings, to the tissue of the hamstring, and the inside hand cups the heel from behind. So this is the outside hand push the knee to the center chest, and the inside hand push the foot to the opposite shoulder. And we hold 5 seconds, and then we reduce the tension on the leg, and we go again. We press knee to the center chest and foot to the opposite shoulder from your position. And then we reduce the tension, and we go again, press knee to chest and foot to the opposite shoulder. And then when you finish the third one, this knee up now need to go down to the mat, and the knee down goes up. So you do like this, Tai Chi with your legs. One knee down, then you rotate to your partner, and the knee down gets up, and you leave her leg in the top of the leg. Hand cup to the heel, and the forearm in the same arm will push the toes forward, so we stretch on the calf. So we press with the forearm on the toes, 5 seconds hard, and we reduce the tension. Then we go again, push with the forearm on the toes, and then release the tension. And again, 3 times, we press with the forearm on the toes, we push forward, and then we reduce the tension. The knee up gets down to the mat, and the knee down gets up, and now we place one hand on the top of the knee, one hand on the top of the foot, and we stretch knee to chest, foot to back, 50-50, 5 seconds. 2, we push and we hold, and then 3, we push, foot to back, knee to chest, and after 3 times we lift the leg down and we shake to relax from this manipulation, reflexology, make at one leg. Now we want to do the next, everything on the other leg. So step by step, we first bend the leg, 45, chain position, get hands on butterfly, and we do 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, going up, not too fast, not too slow, not too hard, not too soft. The middle balance we found on the practice every week. So we do 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and then we get back to the center and we open the leg into 90 degrees. Then we sit on the butt, we lock, straight leg, and we use the outside foot to push on the bent leg behind the knee down and up to the shoulder. Then we reduce the tension, then we go a bit forward, we push slowly, and then we hold 5 seconds hard, and then release tension of the leg, and then we go up again, pushing, and we hold 5 seconds, then we reduce the tension on the leg, we lift the leg into 90 degrees, we sit a bit behind, and the foot that was pushing now gets below, and the inside foot with the soft tissue we want to apply pressure in. So first we do at the knee joint, above, behind the knee joint, 5 seconds deep pressure, then we get to the middle, we apply pressure in, then we get to the top of the leg, below the joint, and we apply pressure in, back to 2, and then back to 1. So when we finish 3 steps of the leg, magic number 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, then we do this walking up and down with the feet, the tissue of the hamstring. And now we leave foot on the mat and we go up into the knees, we raise the leg up, we lock with the knees on the top of the foot, and we interlock fingers ready to do the nutcracker. So we apply pressure in, and then we do a circle. 2, press in, and a circle. 3, back to 2, and back to 1. Then we do eyes picking, a bit below level of the stimuli, a bit below, and we press in and we hold 5 seconds, deep pressure to the tissue, then 2 in the middle, 3 on the top of the leg, then we get back to 2, and we get to 1. After deep pressure with eyes picking, we relax, and then we get the fingertip in the center line behind the calf. Starting at the head of the calf, we hook and we pull back to stretch the whole leg. Then we go a bit below to the center, pull, hooking, center line, then we get a bit below to the top of the Achilles tendon, then we get to the center, and then we get to the top of the leg. And now we do the nutcracker on the calf. We apply pressure in and we push forward out of the bone. So we press in and we push forward. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Going down, 1, 2, 3, and then 2, 1, going up to the starting point. And we relax. Now we use the outside hand to push the knee forward, and then at the same time, with the same side leg, we go up into half knee. So the foot of my half knee touching the side of her butt, her foot is at the groin, hand is at the knee. This other hand is in here to lock leg on the mat, and then we push 90% knee to the center chest. We need to do it slowly, being sensitive with these problems of people on this area of the hips and back and knee. Then we go again, pushing, and we hold. Then we reduce the tension on the leg, and now we go again, push and hold, deep, 5 seconds. Then we change the hand of the knee. So we get the hand of the knee now behind the knee on the hamstring, inside hand cups on behind the heel. So with the outside hand we push knee to chest, inside hand push foot to the opposite shoulder, and we hold deep 5 seconds. We reduce the tension on the leg and we go again, push and push, and then we reduce the tension and we go again, push and push. So when you finish that 3 times, we change the knees. The knee up gets down, the knee down gets up. We leave leg straight on the top of your leg at 45-degree angle, more or less, from the mat. Outside hand cup the heels, forearm push the toe to stretch the calf. This hand is only 10% on the top of the quadriceps. So 3 times, 5 seconds, stretching of this Achilles tendon. And now we change the knee up, gets down, the knee down, gets up, and then we stretch knee to chest, foot to butt, 3 times, 5 seconds, deep, 2, and then 3. And when you finish, you place the leg down, we shake. Now we change position, PTO. Please turn over to position, prone position, position number 3 in Nuat Boran, Nuat Thai. So we first want to be at the knees with hands on the sole, and then you press on the soles 3 times on each foot, walking first at one foot and then the other. And after we do 3 steps, palm press walking to the calf until 3 fingers below the knee joint. So don't press close to the knee or in the knee. We never press the knee. So we need to jump the knee at 3 fingers below the knee to 3 fingers until 3 fingers above the knee. And then we go up until the crease of the butt and then down, reversing the steps. So we skip the knee and then we press on the calf, 3 steps on each part of the leg, and then 3 steps on each foot. Now we want to use the thumbs. So the thumbs, the ball of the thumb, starting at Achilles tendon, finger supporting, we want to press down 1 centimeter, jumping 1 leg at the time, the line of the Achilles tendon. So we want to press down, deep pressure to the tissue, walking 1 leg at the time, going up all the way until 2 or 3 fingers below the joint of the knee, and then we jump on the knee and we want to press 3 fingers above the joint of the knee. You press on the center line of the hamstring all the way down to the crease of the butt, deep pressure down to this tissue of the bicep femoris or other muscles that are in this level, and then we go all the way down, reversing steps all the way down. Then we jump the knee joint and we do the pressure with the thumbs on the center line of the calf, going down until Achilles tendon. And then we do a palm press to the tissue of the leg, 3 steps, we go up to 3 fingers below the knee, then we jump on the knee to 3 fingers above the knee, and then we do a pressure down, 3 steps to the crease of the butt. And then I change position, so I get 1 knee out on one side, half knee out on the other side, and then I go to the area of the back. So in here we need to press with the heel of the hands beside the spine. We never press the spine, so you need to place the heel of the hands beside the center, and then you give 5-second pressure to the low back tissue first. Then we do the pressure to the middle back, here below the scapulas, and then on the top of the scapulas you give pressure down, and then we do a walking on the back until the hips. On the hips we do again double palm press on the area of the lower back, and then we use the thumbs to apply the pressure beside the bone of the spine. So we can start at the sacrum, so we will press from the sacrum all the way, both sides, beside the bone of your spine, short steps, and then we stay like 2-3 seconds down on the maximum pressure. We need to stimulate the aponeurosis, connective tissue, from these muscles, big muscles of the back, latissimus, trapezius, and other muscles. And then we go all the way, pressure down, until thoracic 1, the line of the shoulder, and from the line of the shoulder we do a thumb press walking down, all the way down until the low back. So thumb press walking down all the way until sacrum, and then we get again with the hands on the low back, butterfly hand position beside the spine, and then we get inside with the feet between the legs, my knees on the crease of the butt in the center top of the leg, and my feet can be at the calf muscle just flat if possible. If not, then you can place the feet in the middle between the two legs. And now we place the arms along the body with palm facing up. And then we do palm press on the back again. We can do the palm press all the way up, 4 steps together. And once in the shoulder, we can do a walk-in with a bit of weight still. We do a palm press walking out, the shoulders, then down on the arms, upper arm first, 3 or 4 steps to the elbow, and then down from the elbow to the line of the wrist. We want to press down on the tissue, and now when you reach on the wrist, we need to go out of the calf with the foot, with the feet, and then we get on the wrist of our partner. Our partner get my wrist, and we go up, cobra, hard, up. We hold, and then we reduce the tension. Second time, we go halfway up, and then we pull one arm, one side, 5 seconds. Then we pull the other side, arm, 5 seconds. Then we go up again, 5 seconds in the center, and then we go down. And now we want to place the arms down, and then we do a palm press walking all the way, 3 steps to the elbow. Then we get in to the upper arm, 3 or 4 steps to the toe, then to the shoulders, scapulas. Then we get the spine, and we go down beside the spine all the way to the hips. On the hips, we get the hands on butterfly. We push the tissue up to stretch up from the ilium. Then we go down with the knees between the legs, and we apply pressure down to the legs. 3 steps on each part of the legs, all the way down to the feet. And on the feet, we want to use the knuckles to apply pressure walking, 1 foot at a time, 3 steps on each foot. And then we change position. PTO, please turn over. And then we get back to between the feet. So we are here between the feet. We get the feet together, legs together. We pull a bit to stretch. Then we go up with legs straight into a L to stretch the low back. And then we push behind the knee. We change position to lotus. We get on the wrist and we pull up. Now here, what we do is we push with the knees and we pull with the arms. And we hold 5 seconds hard. And then we let them on sitting position. So now we want to work on the shoulder. We place them straight first, and now we use the heel of the hands to press on shoulders, 4 fingers above collarbone. So please check this, 4 fingers beside above collarbone. So here is wrong, here is good. So I place the heel of the hand at this distance, and we apply pressure down, first near the neck, second step a bit out, like 1 centimeter out. Third step, 1 centimeter out of the second step. And then we get back in to second step, and then 1 step. Then we do the thumbs. We place the thumbs at the corner between neck and shoulder, and always at 4 fingers beside above collarbone. So be careful with this. And then we apply pressure down to the muscle of the shoulder. So first pressure in the corner between neck and shoulder. Second pressure, 1 centimeter out. Third pressure, 1 centimeter out of the second, and then back to 2. So every of the 3 steps we press with the thumbs and with the palm is very close. It's at 2/3 of the shoulder. 2/3 of the shoulder. So we never press very close to the joint. And now we do again the palm press, 3 steps out, and then 2 steps in. Then we get down with the knees, and now we want to use the fingers and the thumbs to do kneading the shoulder many times, yes. And then we move the head down to stretch the tissue beside cervical, and we want to use the eyes peeking, so we want to use the thumbs to apply pressure in to the tissue, to the bone actually, to the cervical. The pressure is done at 1 finger beside the center, not too much out from the center, because then we can press the artery. but we want to press very close to the center, and the pressure will go into the cervical. So we start at C7 and we apply pressure in from both sides beside the center, and then we do 4 steps going up to the line of the scalp, pressure in beside the center. We never press the bone, so if you want to press on the neck, we do the pressure very close to the bone, and the direction of pressure is to the bone, and then we go up again. So we go up, down and up, and once up, you move the head up. The last thing is about shampoo, it's about head massage with the tip of finger. You wash the head of your customer a bit with this massage, fingertip, pressing, and then we will end this with chop. So you place hands together, fingers open, and then you do at the shoulder with a small pinky finger, you impact, and then you go down between the scapula and the spine, and up, and then the other side. Then we will do circles, and then we rush. Na'a, Na'wa, Roka, Hayati, Inasanti.
Oh, Kakuka. Oh, that was so nice. I hope you feel like I do. So we change. So I'm sorry, I fell asleep during that class.
Oh, that's amazing.
It was really nice.
Falling
Because
asleep.
today it was super cold here. And yeah, my muscles were so stiff, but now I feel flowing. So I hope you feel the same. So sorry that I'm yawning, but it was very relaxing. So my knees are in between the ankles of my partner. So we put our hands like that in front of our heart. We call it the Y-crew, and we just focus. Focus on being here and now. Focus on giving the best massage you've ever given, even if it's your first time. And just enjoy giving the massage. So we open the eyes, we warm the hands, we place the hands above the feet, arms straight, back straight, and we start next to the ankle. We lean in with both hands and we roll open. So we want to see the sole of the feet. We go to the middle, we press and we roll open. We go to the toes, we press and we roll open. We go to the middle, press, roll open, and we go back to the ankle, press, roll open. Now we do one by one. One side, other side, middle foot, toes and toes. Keep rolling all the time, middle, and next to ankle, and next to ankle. Now we place the hand on the heel, other hand on the heel, and then we press on the soft part of the calf, not on the shin bone, in 3 steps. Pinky finger is next to my shin bone of my partner, but not on the bone. 2, lean in a lot, still sit on your butt. 3. Now place the fingers above the knee, heel of the hand below, and we press with the fingers. We press with the heel of the hand, but we don't press on the patella. Yeah? Finger circle, palm circle, but not pressing. Now you go up with your body weight and we walk in 3 steps. Never press the knee. So 1, middle, lean a lot, and open your hands in the end. And we go back the same way. 2, heel of the hand never on the knee. You stay above the knee. Sit on your butt, palm circle the knee, fingers above the knee, heel of the hand below, fingers pressing and circling, heel of the hand too, but don't press on the patella. 3 steps down, pinky finger touches shin bone. We don't press on the shin bone, we press on the calf muscle. 3, down. And then we walk on the heel. And then again 1 foot, other foot. Middle of the foot, middle of the foot. Arm straight, back straight, toes. Try to roll open the feet. We try to make our partner more flexible. 2, and 1. And now we do together, press and roll open. 2 hands at the same time. Press, roll open, toes press, roll open, go back to middle and beginning. Now we're going to work with the thumbs, not the tip, but we're going to work with the ball of the thumbs on the sole of the foot. So we press anywhere in between the toes and in between the heel, in between that. It's the soft part of the foot, anywhere on the sole of the foot. So I'm just pressing, leaning in. You do everything with body weight, so you don't just do like that, but you just slowly deeper in. Yeah, always very important. Everything we do with care. And then palm press walking again. 1, 1, middle of the foot, middle of the foot. And by now you feel that the feet of your partner are a little bit looser than before. Go back to the middle, middle, and beginning. We're going to work on the top of the feet. So you place your partner's feet like that. Thumb inside, fingers outside, and you start on the top of the foot, next to the leg, and you lean in, down. Now, you go to the middle, and you lean in, and you try to see how far you can go. Some are more flexible than others. So just see how far. You lean in on the toes. You can look at the face of your partner. If they are still relaxed, it's nice. They're blinking the eyes, maybe it's too strong. And if they scream, it's too late. So we go down in the middle. So everything is slowly and deep and with care. And if you do it for the first time, then you do it soft until you know what you're doing. Palm press walking, 1 by 1. So now we have done 2 feet at the same time. We're going to work on 1 leg at the time. So we walk back down, feet, and then we're going to work on the leg. So on my right side, his left leg, I'm going to bend it, foot stick to the knee. I'm placing myself with my belly button above the knee, hands in butterfly position, never press the knee, just above, and we just lean in with the body weight. 1, in the middle of the leg, 2, I'm doing it in the inside of the leg, 3 at the end of the inside of the leg, 2 in the middle, and 1 just above the knee, not on the knee. Now, we're opening the leg into 90 degrees, and in the same time, we're going to sit next to the straight leg. So, my left leg is just hanging on. My hands are on both of the legs, and I'm pressing my right foot forward in the corner of the knee. 1, pull back. Maybe you want to sit a bit forward because we want to increase the flexibility. 2, pull back. And 3, and pull back a little bit. Now, the foot that has been pressing is now going to be underneath the leg, my toes pointing towards me, and I'm going to work with the other leg. So now the other leg is going to press quite strong on the hamstring. Really strong, actually. Still, the hands are on the feet. Now, the foot that is pressing, go to the middle on the hamstring. Quite strong. Super nice to have relaxed muscles. And at the end, a lot of times when you have back pain, in example, this is super nice to do. We go back to the middle. Or if you have sit a lot today. And the beginning. After that, we place the foot that was there back. Because now we're going to do palm press walking with the feet. Feet press walking with the palms of the feet, soles of the feet. Up and down. Now we leave the legs as they are. We're going to sit on our knees, press the foot forward a little bit. Now this is 45 degrees and we push the knee up. Knees are on the top of the foot of our partner, and we're going to interlock our hands. Just interlock your hands. We're going to work with the heel of the hand. So not on the knee, you slide down a little bit and then you press. And while you're pressing, you are circling, so it's quite strong. Now you go to the next. You press, and while you're pressing, you make a circle. So keep pressing. We go to the end of the leg. Press and circle. Go back to the middle. Press and circle. Go back just 4 fingers from the knee and circle. Now we're going to work with the thumbs. This is called ice picking. So you feel the tendon here, don't press on there, you just slide a little bit lower and then 1. Thumbs towards each other. Middle of the leg, thumbs towards each other. And the end of the leg, thumb press towards each other. And then to the middle. This can be quite sensitive for your partner. and next to the knee. So therefore we do a little bit of brushing on either side to relax. Now we're going to work with the fingers. The fingers are cupped. The more you cup, the heavier it is for your partner. So we're going to work on the calf muscle. So my fingers are like that behind the calf muscle. So I'm cupping my fingers just on the knee, on the calf muscle, and I'm leaning in. 1. We go to the middle of the calf, and 2. We go just on the Achilles tendon, and 3. We go back to the middle, 2, and just under the knee, 1. Now we interlace again, interlace the hands, and we're going to work on the calf. So you cup the calf in between the heel and you go forward, of course, here. Yeah? So you do on the top of the calf. You squeeze and you go forward. And then to the middle. You squeeze and you go forward. You squeeze and you go forward. We'll go to the middle, squeeze, go forward, and the end, squeeze and go forward. Then we just relax the calf. Now we're going to work forwards. So we're going to place the foot on the groin. So you push the foot forward. You place your foot next to the hip. Very important. Not here, but next to the hip. And the foot in the groin. Hand on the knee, other hand on the straight leg. Just 10% leaning in and 90 forward. Some people need it. You hear Manel. Ooh. So always when it's heavy for your partner, the partner needs to breathe out when you do it like he's doing now. 3 times. So, now you see, I'm trying to also increase the flexibility. Now, this hand that was on the knee is going to the hamstring. The hand that was on the straight leg is going to hold the heel. And we press into the middle, in between the breast. And we try to straighten the leg to the opposite shoulder. In this case, the right shoulder. 1, and go back. 2, we lean in to the middle, and we try to straighten. 2. And then we lean in to the middle and we try to straighten for 3. Now we're going to do a Tai Chi turn. Knee down, other knee up. Always place your hand under the knee to not overstretch. Now you don't see it very well. I'm going to be like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold, cupping the heel, and the big toe is going to be here on my inside of the forearm. That's very important. Now the hand is on the top of the leg, above the knee in the middle, and then lean in. So all my body weight is on my forearm, on the big toe. 3 times. It's not about how high, it's just placing the toe towards the shin. After that, you change your knee up, knee down, place the knee to your partner's chest, and place your hand on the top of the foot, 50-50. Knee to chest, foot to butt. 3 times. 2 and 3. Now we're going to straighten the leg. So place the hand under the knee so the knee has some support. You place the leg down. And now underneath the knee, you only do tuk 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 tuk, only this. Tuk 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 tuk. And we go to the other leg. So now we place the other leg. The foot stick to the knee. We place ourselves towards the knee. We place our hand in butterfly. Not on the knee, a little bit higher. And you lean in with the body weight. So I'm not on the top of the knee, I'm in the inside of the leg. 2 in the middle. 3 at the end of the leg. We go back to the middle. And just above the knee, not on the knee. Now we place the leg in 90 degrees. We're going to sit with our butt next to the ankle, outside foot, corner knee, other leg on top of the leg. Both hands on the feet. And we're opening the hip. Try to increase the flexibility. 1 and down. You can sit forward if you want to increase more. Press forward. 2. Pull back. And 3. Go with the flow. Yeah, I'm not pulling here. I'm only pulling back now. Now, the outside knee straightens. The toes are going to face myself And then with the inside foot, I'm gonna press. Both hands still on the feet. I'm pressing with the inside foot, on this case, my right foot, really hard on the hamstring. But again, everything soft till deeper, 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 deeper. Yeah? Don't just go, that's not nice. So we go 3, always slow and deep. We go back to the middle of the hamstring. Maybe you feel some knots. That's really great. And you just press to break them open. And 1. So then blood circulation can increase again. And then the foot goes back. And we walk. We walk up and down on the hamstring. We keep our partner as they are. And we're going to be on our knees. Now we place the heel a bit inside. The hand on the heel. Other hand under the foot, under the knee, and we place the knee up. Now my knees are going to be on top of the foot of my partner. I'm going to place my hands interlaced. We're going to work with the heel of the hand. Interlaced, not on the knee, just a bit higher. We squeeze and we make a circle while we're squeezing. We go to the middle and we squeeze and make a circle. Go to the end, squeeze and make a circle. And then to the middle. And the beginning. So you squeeze really hard and make a circle. Now, the thumbs. So we press in. So yes, we are using a lot of strength. But please, if you start, just do everything soft. But just know that we want to impact really deep in the body. So you really need to press quite strong. If you know what you're doing. Don't break your partner. And then we relax. And now we're going to cup the hands. So I'm pressing with the tip of my fingers on the back of the calf. And I'm starting up. So I'm starting under the knee, on the calf. And I'm leaning back. Going to the middle, lean back. And just near the Achilles, lean back. We go back to the middle. And just under the knee and lean back. Now we're going to interlace the hands and we're going to work with the heel of the hand. So we squeeze the calf and then go towards forward. So we're squeezing the calf, I'm under the knee, on the calf, and we go forward. Don't slide, just keep pressing. You go to the middle, you squeeze the calf and go forward. And then down. So you don't want to press on the bone, we just take the muscle. So you want to press the muscle and taking it out a bit from the bone. And then under the knee. Then we relax. Now we're going to work knee to chest. So you place the foot up, place the foot in your groin, and place your foot next to the hip. Yeah, so you cannot see very well, but my foot is here on the other side. Yeah, not wide. Hand on the knee, other hand in the middle of the straight leg. Now, this is 10% and this is 90%. Yeah, 1. And 2. And 3. 3 times. Now we're going to do twist hip. So now the hand that was on the knee is going to go on the hamstring. The hand that's on the straight leg is cupping the heel like that. So we do 50-50 between the breast and then we try to stretch opposite shoulder. 3 times. So 2, 50, 50. And 3. Press and stretch. Now we go down the knee and other knee up. And then we do cup the heel and the big toe is under the forearm. And we press. 1, 2, and 3. Now we switch the knees, knee to chest, foot to butt, hand on the toes, other hand on the knee, and we do 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to straighten the leg, so we place the hand under the knee for support. We press the leg down, one hand on the toes, other hand underneath the knee, like this. Shake, 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 shake. And we ask our partner to turn to the stomach. Now we're going to sit in between the ankles, again. And then we're going to palm press the feet. So I'm just pressing on the sole of the feet on either side. Now we're going to go up, and this time we're going to press on the middle. Yeah? So now in 3 steps, we press on the middle. It's like you're crawling. We never want to press on the back of the knee. Don't press the back of the knee. So we skip the knee. We make a big jump over the knee. In 3 steps, we walk up until the crease of the butt. Lean in a lot with your body weight. And go down the same way. Super nice to really lean in a lot. Never press the back of the knee. Skip. Skip the back of the knee. 3 times down. And palm press the foot again. Now we're going to work with our thumbs. So not the tip, but we're going to work with the ball. So first you feel, where is the Achilles tendon? Where you feel the hard part, you start 4 fingers from the heel and you lean in. You lean in. So you really try to press towards the mat in the middle of the leg. So you make an imaginary line from the Achilles tendon all the way up to the sitting bone. But we never want to press the knee. So you skip the knee and we press all the way up until you reach the sitting bone. And then we go down, all the way up and we go down. Sometimes can feel a little bit ticklish. And then you skip the knee. We don't press on the back of the knee. You walk all the way down. And once you're down, we're going to palm press walking up. Palm press walking up. Skipping the knee again. We go up with the body weight. Very nice to press hard on the hamstring. And when you reach here, we're going to change the knees. So one knee on one side and the other one is up. Yeah, so my partner is in between my legs. Now I'm going to focus where the spine is, because we never want to press the spine. So you place one hand on one side, one hand on the other side, and make sure the spine is in between, not on the heel. Yeah? And you just lean in 1, a little bit higher for 2, a little bit higher for 3, and then on the scapula, 4. And then you walk down. You walk down to the beginning of the spine. Now we're going to work with the thumbs. Not the tip, but the ball of the thumb. Feel where the spine is. One side, you press the thumb. One side, you press the other thumb. We don't want to press the spine. And we lean down. So it's like you're pressing towards the mat. So I'm feeling, where's the spine? And then I press down. So we never want to press the spine. I want to say that many times. So my tip of the fingers are touching the spine, but I'm not pressing on it. So you just lean in. So you go all the way up until the top corner of the scapula. So you can move yourself. So I'm always with my shoulders above my wrist. Yeah, you see me touching first the spine. Just make sure that you are sure that your partner doesn't have scoliosis, so you're not pressing on the spine. Once you're up, we're going to walk down. Thumb press walking down until the beginning. And now we're going to place the heel of the hands again where they were on the beginning of the back. And we're going to place ourselves up. Place your feet in between the leg, the knees here, and then you place your feet up. Yeah? And now we're going to work up, over the body, up, walking up. Once you feel the shoulders, you press down. So when the arms are up, you have to place them down and you press them down. But we don't press on the elbows. So you bend a bit the arm, we skip the elbows, don't press on it. All the way down. You can press on the wrist, that's nice. And we stretch the hands. So now you place your feet down to the floor. Don't forget that. We hold each other's wrist. Really hold. Grab them, yeah? If your partner fell asleep, ask them to grab your wrist. Wake them up. Now we go up 1 time. 1. And then we go down. The second time, we go halfway only. And you pull the other side. And you do 1 time up. And then we place your partner slowly down. Don't let them fall. Bend the arms again. And it's always nice to place your feet up again. And then you walk. And in the meantime, I was bending the arms. I don't want to press on the elbows. We skip over the elbows. And then we walk down, not on the spine in between our hands. And once we're down, we put ourselves up and we walk down the leg. Again, 3 steps. And then skipping the back of the knee, 3 steps on the calf. And palm press walking 3 times on the lower part, the feet. Now we're going to work with the wrist, with the fist. I said wrist, I mean fist. So we're going to work with the fist. You just lean in, straight fist, very nice, the knuckles, yeah? So press with the knuckles on the sole of the feet. And then we ask the partner to turn to the back for the last part. So now, if your partner is bigger than you, taller than you, be careful of your own back. So I go with my knees and I pull a little bit and then I place the leg up with the straight leg and then I bend them and then I put the feet underneath my knees, yeah? Hold each other's wrist, yeah? Hold each other's wrist like this. Now we go up and you lean back and I'm bending my knees, so give an extra stretch. And then I walk back, which can be a little bit difficult in the beginning, don't fall. Then I'm gonna walk behind my partner. So now, the back is straight, we're gonna work on the trapezius muscle here. So, 4 fingers from the collarbone. Or if you have your partner has a t-shirt, just behind this of the t-shirt, right? So, we place our fingers behind and we lean in. 1, 2, 3, and we go back to 2, and 1. Now we're going to work with the thumbs. So, crease of the neck is point number 1. So really not here, really down. So you lean in, you go a little bit wider, but not very wide, because here is the bone of the shoulder, we don't want to press there. 3, we go back to 2, and 1. And again we do palm press. 1, 2, 3, we go back to 2. I'm using my full body weight as you can see. 3. And now we're gonna do some circles here, always very nice. Massage the trapezius of your partner. Now we're gonna work on the neck. So your partner's neck is gonna be like that, head is down. We're gonna work with the thumbs. So this is the neck, the bones of the neck. We don't want to press these vertebrae. We don't want to press here, so we just press really close next to the vertebrae. Hands interlaced, and you start where is look here, this C. 1, you press there. So 1, and then 2, and 3. Don't press your partner's head down. And 4 is just under the skull. Super nice point, especially if you have headache, whiplash. Like that, it's amazing. And then we go down. And once we're down, we go up. Really try to press quite strong, but never on the side of the neck and never on the vertebrae. Now we place your partner's head up and we're just gonna do something super easy, shampoo, but quite strong. It's like you really want to press the shampoo in your partner's skull everywhere. So now, place the hair well again, and now we're gonna chop. How to chop? Fingers wide, wrist is relaxed, and you want to only place your fingers to the side, yeah? Don't press with this. So we're gonna do from here to here and down, and then only the scapula halfway. So out, in, the scapula only halfway next to the spine, not on the spine, other side. Out, in, only halfway the back, only next to the scapula and the spine. And then we do some circles like you do wax in, wax out. And then we do 5 slides. We do na-a, na-wa, oka, payati, finasanti, kapkunka. And I see some chats coming in. So if you want to ask us some questions, you can just place your questions in the chat and we can answer that. So how do you feel?
Very good, Nicole.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. I mean, how do I feel? The same as you felt when I gave to you.
That's
this
good.
Is how, and everyone feel the same if you know, because it's a step by step, and we feel relaxed. We feel more relaxed.
Yeah, I always feel we're not faking. It's all the truth. So sometimes also a bit painful and ticklish.
Test.
But yeah, it's really nice. That. But if you are at home and you're like, how come they are so relaxed? I feel pain and it's not really working. It's normal because maybe you don't have experience and then you just do it more often and often. And if you find it really hard, just look at the comment because we also have step-by-steps and other things. But if you want to practice every week with us, we are really happy.
For that.
We're here
and
every Sunday.
And the day after.
Yes, but we are also every day in the school.
Yes.
But every Sunday at 8 o'clock we're going to do this challenge.
Yes.
So this was the week number 2.
Time method.
Yes.
A step by step, from the foot to the head.
Yes.
Yes.
And today was week number 2 of the 52 weeks.
Yes.
And
we still have 50.
50, yes. So.
Yay!
Massage your partner 50 times more this year, every Sunday.
Let's see, December.
Yeah.
24.
Yes.
Or so.
Yeah.
See how we feel, no?
Yeah, that's amazing.
The last week.
Yeah, so imagine you have been doing from last week, so this will be your second week. If you didn't do that, then just start. And then, this is the challenge. How do we feel after 52 weeks of every Sunday massage? That's going to be our challenge.
Yeah.
And I hope we feel younger.
We can talk about that during this year, no? We can talk about because people look, massage affect different to people according to the condition of their tissue, and we have a lot of beautiful feedback, and we want to hear the good and the bad because we learn from that. We learn from everything, and then, but again, the 99.9% of people will feel amazing. This is what we observe at the school, and then there is some people that we need to be careful at the time to apply the method if you have a previous problem. And according to, I don't know, if you cannot be sure that you adapt the method to the problem, don't do the massage, don't do, and wait until you better, no? Or do practice with healthy people, yes? And it's very simple.
Yes, that's very important.
Yes,
so
very important.
Practice what we preach, but just be sure about the contraindications that we have always in our comments.
Contraindication, you put it there very clear, Nicole. I'm very proud.
Very good. You know what? We're going to stop and thank you for watching. And then if you want to have more questions, just put it in the chat.
Yes. Thank you very much and see you next Sunday.
Yes.
Right?
Sawadee ka.
Sawadee ka.
And now we're still online.